All right, so here we are tonight talking again about the Vinegar Syndrome sale. Hey there, Andreas. Welcome, dude. You're the first person here tonight. And this is I think tomorrow's the last actual, is it tomorrow the last day of the sale, or is it or is this kind of like the kind of the final like round? Either way, it's pretty close to being over. And yeah, there's been some developments within like the limited editions, the stuff that's in the sale. If you're here for the first time, or this is your time, if you've been here for a while, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that jazz type of stuff, and hit the notification bell. What we're going to be talking about tonight is the Vinegar Syndrome sale. As you can see, my Vinegar Syndrome stuff is in the background. Some of it's upstairs because I'm watching it. But let's have a fun. Hey there, Chad. Welcome, man. Let's have some fun with it. So, news on the sale wise right now on the whole front, basically. Right now, Rad is over 80% sold out, so that one's going to be going fairly soon. I don't think Rad is going to last long after the sale, if it does last after the sale. Blood Games actually is 65% gone. So if you're interested in Blood Games with the sexy slipcover, which I do recommend, definitely check that out. Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death is 60% sold out. And LA Wars is actually 55% sold out. And I do expect LA Wars and Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death, as the VSAs are really starting to pick up steam and people are starting to pick them up. Hey there, Adrian. You're going to see a lot more of them go. I mentioned the movie Shot and Hell Riders like yesterday and both of those actually did sell out. Same as Fleshpot on 42nd Street, which is one which I kind of like pipped that one on here. And congratulations to people that got those, because those were some excellent titles. Had to go with Serial at Midnight. Well, we did it's going to take a while because we got to do like editing and stuff. So it'll be a while before it gets up there. But me and Heath talked for quite a while. We had a blast. A little bit of like issues with with getting the camera work done, because internet and all that slows down. But when it comes out, like I'll let you guys know ahead of time that when Heath's going to be putting up the video. So it'll be a while before that comes up, because lots of stuff going on, lots of irons on the fire for Heath. He's a busy guy. Hey there, Chris. Have I ever done a full collection vid? I have done a full collection of Vinegar Syndrome, but I'll do another one once I get the other ones that I got coming as well. So that's going to be kind of interesting. See, I have 6 coming from the Vinegar Syndrome sale from this time around. I have 2 coming from a trade. And I have at least one other coming that I don't know what it is, that a viewer on here actually contacted me and said, I want to get you something for the channel. And thank you so much, by the way. And I'll be unboxing that here live, so I won't know what it is until I unbox it here with you guys. So there is a mystery Vinegar Syndrome title, at least one coming in the in the mail. So we'll see what that is when it comes. I do have the numbers as of like around 15 minutes ago for the Vinegar Syndrome stuff, so I will run down the limited edition numbers. Hey there, Dave, welcome, man. You made it, and you made it on time. I just got here. You saw DVDs. Oh, nice. Tons of foreign movies and about Rome on Criterion. All right. So I got the numbers here now some of these may be gone down since then. So if there's any of these that you're looking on getting, I'll let you know. I'll give you some ideas on which ones that I run towards. And some of these that I got, I can actually hey, they're collection obsession. Welcome, man. Welcome to the cult. So we'll start off with Deadline, which is a Canucksploitation one. I really wish I would have picked this one up. Hey, Tanuj, welcome, man. I've had it. I've been looking at it. I can't go in again. I just can't afford it. But Deadline, really cool little film. Bit of gore, a bit of wild, kind of like a bit of a crazy film. Bit of meanness in a good way. It's down to 112 actually. So Deadlines is down to 112 right now. So if you haven't picked up Deadline and you like Canucksploitation, that is definitely one to hey there, Ryan, to look into. We're doing the count, man. The limited edition count. Hard Soap Disco Lady, which is kind of a twofer. That one is that's a triple X one. That is a hey there, 13 Wolfman. Did you get a lot of stuff, man? Did you go back again? That's down to 254. So if you're looking for a hard soap disco lady, you want to get with the slip, that's down to 254. The Spookies album, by the way, which did move for a while, it was at 20 for a little bit, but that's actually down to 2 right now. Hey there, Andreas. So if you're looking to get like if you're looking at albums and stuff like that, Rec for Magnum PI, the new show or the old show, then Spookies is down to only 2 left. Do I think there'll be a time when we don't need movie releases? I don't think there's ever going to be a time when we don't need movie releases, actually. I actually think that that people think that it's going to come, then it's awesome. That it's going to come a time when streaming is going to totally take over. And I don't see that being a thing, actually. Why is hard soap selling so fast in comparison to the other erotica titles? I don't know if it's hard soap that's selling it or it's Disco Lady. I've heard a lot of great things about Disco Lady. That might be what's selling it. But both, it's a wanted title, and there was some issues with it at the beginning. They fixed those up, and I think a lot of people are going in to get it now. Hey there, Mike. Welcome, man. But there's a lot of really good adult titles, and we'll get to those too, by the way. I don't have hard soap Disco Lady, so I can't really comment on that one too much because I really don't know. Secta Sinistra, another Spanish horror film, is down to 233. That's a bit of an insane film. Don't you? Isn't it kind of cool when stuff go like it's not cool when it goes out of print, but it's cool when you got it and you're like, okay, I'm glad I picked it up, and then you realize, okay, I'm really glad I picked it up now because it's no longer there. Yeah, it's kind of like that thing. 13 titles from sale, you went crazy. That's pretty cool, man. That's actually awesome. I'm curious, Ryan, to what you got. Now, Beyond Evil is down to 246. That is a John Saxon film, if I remember that one correctly, and it is directed by the guy that, which directed was it Graduation Day? Was it Graduation Day? And someone reminded me. I was asked on here yesterday. I think it was by Chris. Name some great slashers from Vinegar Syndrome. And I neglected to recommend what's probably one of my favorite Vinegar Syndrome slashers. They'll put it by Vinegar Syndrome. That's Graduation Day. So if you've never seen that one, it's a really cool one. It has a really great lead too. Like the female lead in Graduation Day is really good. Beyond Evil is interesting. It's a different type of film. It's kind of fun, and it's one that I do need down the road. Taking Tiger Mountain is more of an experimental artsy style one. That's down to 250. That tends to be a popular one. Good evening there, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. And Night Owl is down to 410, and The Passing has gone into 318. Kind of surprised me, actually. Runaway Nightmare. I actually like Runaway Nightmare. It's an insane little film, Eric. It has Mark Cartel in it, and he would actually go on to be in Pets as well. So it's a weird film, but I really like it. They actually had a Blu-ray out of it at one point, and that one sold out. So now there's only the DVD to get, and I do have it. It's a glorious little DVD, and I got it over there actually. It's weird, and if you like weird, you're gonna like that. A lot of them are selling like super crazy. Dominique is down to 111 the last time I checked. So if you want to get Dominique is dead, or is she? Then that's down to 111. And I am so going to take credit for the sales on the next one. Hey there, Jeremiah, because I pushed this one a lot. And it's one that I really, really liked, and that is Mascara. So Mascara is gone. That was in the over 500 thing yesterday. We did like a video here last night talking about like the adult ones. I did an After Dark one. If you never saw it, check it out if you like the adult cinema stuff. And Mascara is in the 47. And that is an excellent title. It is a great film, directed by Henry Pichard, cinematography by Roberta Finley with some great acting in it, with Lisa Lalou in it as well. So just a really cool title. Party Line is down to 419. We've got Wonder Woman down to 175. So if you want to get Wonder Woman with that cool slipcover, then it is Blood Beats out of stock right now. Seeds Vapors, Andy Milligan has finally dipped under the 500 range to go to 444. Psycho Killer, I'm going to sing now. Psychic Killer is down to 121. That's the one with the slip. You picked up a mascara. Let me know what you think, but I really want to know because that's one that really stuck with me, man. And Night Train to Terror, everybody's got something to do, everybody but you, is down to 247 with slip. So that was what it was the last time I checked. As for the mini slips, yes, I am going to mention the mini slips. The mini slips, Incubus is down to 39. I wonder what's in those mini slips. Orgy of the Dead is down to 90. I wish I would have got the mini slips. I couldn't afford them, but I would love to have the mini slips. And Deluxe, oh my God. And Uninvited is down to 66. Graduation will definitely come back in stock later. It's not one that's going to be gone for all time. Yeah, definitely, yes, please, thumbs up. Hey there, Daz, welcome, man. The shelf dividers, standard ones are down to 151, and the deluxe are down to 23. So a lot of the shelf dividers they're going too. T-shirts, remember the Vinegar Syndrome Family Portrait and the Cranial Vinegar are both on sale only for this weekend. So once that sale is over, those T-shirts, they do not do any more of those as far as I know, unless maybe they do some more of them on Black Friday, which is a long ways away. And for the new stuff, if you want to get Blood Games and the 2 new Vinegar Syndrome Archives ones that were announced, I would say kind of go for it. Because, yeah, the announcement that there's a lot of them that there's, Blood Games right now is 65% gone. Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death is 60% sold out. LA Wars, 55% sold out. And Rad is 80% sold out. So that's, again, incredible stuff. So what do you think, guys? Is there any ones that you're looking to get? Same with the Bruce Lee box set coming in July. I'll get the Bruce Lee box set, but I'll get it down the road because I do have a lot of the Bruce Lee films. But that looks like a really cool set. But I'm saving at this point. I'm saving up for the Forgotten Jolly Volume 2 box set. It's hard to tell. I mean, we don't know how many copies of Rad they made, but we do know 80% of them are gone. And it'll be interesting to see what happens after and how long Rad stays in stock. They did say that Rad has brought new eyes on the Vinegar Syndrome that may not have noticed the company before. Because it's definitely more of a mainstream title than stuff that they would normally do. But it still falls within the wheelhouse. More than 1,550 copies of Rad are still available. I don't think that's, with 80% sold out, I really don't think there's 1,550 copies of Rad still available. Because the guy from Lee from Vinegar Syndrome actually announced that 80% of it was sold out at this point. And the Curse box set, excellent stuff. And there's a Forgotten Jolly Volume 2. Yes, there is, Dave. Well, they did announce that there's another Jolly box set coming out. And I'm going to guess that it is the Forgotten Jolly box set, Volume 2. And that's coming out in September. So if you're looking for another Jell-O box set coming from Vinegar Syndrome, September is the month that you're going to be looking for. No, the Bruce Lee box set is being done by Criterion. So there's a few big months when it comes to Vinegar Syndrome coming up. September and October and November, 3 straight in a row are going to be some excellent months. I think October is when Rest in Pieces comes out, which if you're a fan of Jose Larraz and you got things like Edge of the Axe and Deadly Manor, this Rest in Pieces is another Jose Larraz film. So if you're collecting this stuff, you're going to want to be getting the October package. That's the so that'll be a big one there. November is the one to really save up for. There's 2 4K releases coming in November, so that's going to be like one of the big ones. Sleepaway Camp Scream Factory is $9.96. Pick it up, guys, if you don't have Sleepaway Camp. It's a really cool film, and part 2 is even better. But part 1 is awesome. It's got this. There's a kind of a kitsch level to Sleepaway Camp that I love. Forte waiting for the Severance sale, then the Jolly box set for Vinegar Syndrome. It's cool, isn't it? Jell-O has been well represented this year, and for collectors. Yep, we can't complain that Jell-O's not being represented anymore. Definitely is. Now, if they can only get out some Cynthia Rothrock box sets and some of the some Night Eyes and some body chemistry stuff that I really want to see. I'm going to open up here the comments here because I'm missing your stuff here, guys. It's coming so fast by, and I want to know what you guys got. I'm very stoked to find out what all you guys got. Sean O'Brien would be awesome. I like Sean O'Brien, Lady Dragon. I like to have all those. Remember the Tiger Claw movies? I got to close this up again because of the fact that I open it up. What do I get? No comments. I get an ad. That's what I get. Yeah, then you're going to need that one in October, man. You got Daily Manor, Edge of the Axe. So now, yeah, so October is the month for you because that's when Rest in Pieces comes out. Yeah, Andre's got Mascara, excellent choice. Justine, another excellent choice. Anvil Curse Collection, you know I love that one. I can get to see your stuff there, Warlock, actually. Try refreshing it though, just in case. But come back though. Don't let me lose you, man. Candy Snatchers, I would love to get Candy Snatchers. That is one of my, that is what I consider one of the greats that Vinegar Cinema has put out that I don't own. And Candy Snatchers is such a good film. Incubus, you know what I think about Incubus. I did a whole podcast with Brian from Just This talking about Incubus. Rad, again, I think everybody picked up Rad as they should. And Blood Games. I'm really surprised if there's anybody that did not pick up Blood Games. And a Mac Bolan. Oh, what I would love to see. I would have loved to see a Mac Bolan movie come out. Now, the last time I heard like a bit of Mac Bolan, by the way, guys, is there's a series of like pulp novels called The Executioner, and like there's like The Phoenix Force, and Stony Man. So there's a whole bunch of them, right? And there's a character called Mac Bolan. Really, kind of like the Punisher is what it's like. The Punisher is kind of like Mac Bolan. Anyway, so there was several times there were going to be Mac Bolan movies made. They would have been like ultra violent, really cool film. You would have loved them, guys. You would have loved them. Unfortunately, the last time I heard about them thinking about making one, it was going to be kind of a Mark Wahlberg one, and I'm not down with Mark Wahlberg as Mac Bolan. Nope. No, just no. Should you get Deadline? I do think you should. Deadline's a cool one. If you like that type of film. Deadline is a different little film, man. You did not get Blood Games 13 with man. Oh, man. Did you look again at that sexiness? That's Blood Games. Look at that cover. Look at the sexiness of that cover. She's enticing you. The Destroyer. Well, the Destroyer actually got a movie. The Destroyer's Rima Williams. So there was a Fred Ward movie done by Dick Clark Productions. Rima Williams' adventure begins, and he never made another one. But unfortunately, that's true. I would like to see like another Destroyer movie done down the road too, like a more proper Destroyer film. He's good in certain roles. It's just Mac Bolan is not the type of role for him. Maybe get Thomas James. He did The Punisher. He can do it. So, oh yeah, Deadline. So Deadline is an odd little film. It's a fun. It's a exploitation movie. It is about this guy. He's kind of like a Stephen King, John Saul type of writer. And you get to see these kind of like little mini movies, like kind of micro movies inside of it. Because you see like, they'll show like basically like kind of like movie clips from like on like books, like, kind of books that he made, like horror books that he made. And they'll be kind of like, almost like, we're going to say we'll go with hallucinations. And there'll be like kind of like scenes from the books, and there'll be like some really gory stuff and cool stuff like that. So if you like that, definitely like Deadline is one to look into. So John Smith, where did you get the numbers for this stuff at? Just want to know. Hey there, Daniel. Scorpion's releasing 315. Yeah, I love Deborah Foreman. I'm up. Because that 65% for the for Doctor Dungeon's Doctor Dungeon of Doctor Jekyll's Dungeon of Death, that doesn't work out just right. Are you sure you just don't want to get them before everybody else does? I'm just teaching, man. Have I seen Lucifer's Women? I have years ago. Do I remember Lucifer's Women? No, not at all. Didn't it have another title too? Hey there, Captain Horror. I think Lucifer's Women had another title as well, but I can't remember the name of it right now. And I think I saw it under another title. Yeah, please like the video if you're here. Please like the video, because it helps. It helps the channel a lot. Dr. Dracula, thank you. That is the other title of the film. And that's the title I saw it under. I never saw it under Lucifer's Women. I saw it under Dr. Dracula. So I'm not quite sure if there's two cuts of the film or not. Hey, Craig, welcome to the cult, man. Hello. Got some excellent stuff. Telephone book is one I need to get. Everybody keeps telling me that I got to pick up telephone book because it is such a cool, like, kind of esoteric, kind of fun, erotic style film. There's nothing out there. Deadline, Grandmother's House. Grandmother's House is excellent. If you like The Visit, for instance, did you like The Visit? You know, that M. Night Shyamalan, Dingna, whatever, produced film that came out. Grandmother's House, kind of the original of that. John Berthno would be, he'd be amazing as Mac Bolan. Great choice, actually. Oh, if you like The Visit, man, Grandmother's House, excellent. Then you'll probably like Grandmother's House. What do you think? Memories of Miss Aggie. I don't have that one myself, but it gets a really great review. People put it as one of the top adult films that Vinegar Cinemas put out. Terror's fun. It's not my favorite Norman J. Warren film. That's still gonna go with Prey as being his best stunt film, or Bloody New Year being his most fun film. But Terror's a cool watch. Definitely worth owning. Through dark space, stood in my deadline. I know how you feel, man. A deadline is such. I'm going to miss out on the slipcover deadline. I know I am, but you can't get everything, right? Go watch some Blood Game to see if you can grab. So you're watching it ahead of time. I really like Blood Games. It's one of those that I kind of liked. Are there any hidden gems? There's a lot. Vinegar Syndrome is a company of hidden gems. That's definitely true. Movies like The Telephone Book, one that people don't talk about a lot is Good Luck, Miss Wyckoff. It's obviously not for everybody, but definitely a really good solid film. It's one of the earlier titles, so it's going to be cheaper. Sudden Fury is an excellent exploitation thriller. Do I think Fatal Games? I mean, it's Blood Games out there, so yeah, there's definitely a possibility. Did they repress the erotic tales on DVD? I heard, I don't know. I've heard rumors that they're not going to. Like we're not going to do it for the regular, but they're going to do it for their DVD stuff. But I don't really know. That's one thing I don't know. Good question though. I'd like to know that myself. But I'm sure that the erotica titles, like the Pika Rams and stuff, will definitely come back in stock. You grab the Wild Cave. Yeah, that's a cool one. It's a bit of a dark one, but I can see that being like Good Luck, Miss Wyckoff. Definitely is going to be one that that for them, I'm betting is kind of a labor of love. I'm willing to bet that was a labor of love for them. Not one that they said, okay, this is going to sell a lot of copies, but one that they were proud to put out. Some titles don't show. It's different. So maybe, we had a glitch happen early on, and the glitch like did well for me because I only had picked up 2 titles originally, and then the glitch had the VSAs sold out, and all the new movies sold out, and my better half said, okay, it was just a glitch, but let's make sure. Telephone Book rated? I don't know. I had to check back in. I think it's an R-rated one. I don't think it's an X. Hey, Amir, welcome. Welcome from Canada. Watched Shocking Dark last night. Aliens. Well, Aliens meets Terminator. It's a cross. It's a hybrid. It's Aliens and Terminator put into one. Gluckmas Wyckoff. That's the best way. Like what I do first is I go in, I look at the limited edition stuff, see what I want there. Then after I've gone through that, what I'll do is I will go in and I'll put it all there, and I'll open it up and I'll go low to high, rather than high to low. And then I'll just go through because if there's any DVD titles that I want, any Picораmas, any like the early Blu-ray stuff that I still got to pick up. There's still so much that I have left to get. I eventually want to hopefully have the entire Vinegar Syndrome library, because I'll be honest with you, there's not a lot in Vinegar Syndrome that I wouldn't be excited to watch. They put out one called Buddies, which is probably kind of my least one, but that's because it's gonna get me in a downer mood a bit. Pickup is sold out. Yeah, Ryan's got a perfect point there. Utilize, if you have not looked at the Vinegar Syndrome checklist, 100% utilize the Vinegar Syndrome checklist. It is imperative. Understand that when they're having a sale, they usually shut down their website a few days before that sale happens. But you can always check your Vinegar Syndrome checklist, even when the rest of the site is shut down. It's a good way to go in when a sale is coming up and you know a title. Maybe they found a title. There's a few copies. It happened during the sale. If you open up the page like to the because you can click on that click on that title from the checklist and go to the page that corresponds to that title. So yeah, I always check the checklist for stuff like that. The checklist is amazing. Raw Force I love Raw Force Amir. Pickup was otherwise. What's the name of that one? It's got a weird title. I love that film. It's such a weird film, but I love it. Is it sold out, or is it like just out of stock and come back in again? Pazuzu, thank you. I should know that because Exorcist, right? You could pick up from Unobstructed View. Got yours. I'm still waiting on Unobstructed View stuff. Warlock, man, I'm gonna have to contact them. I'm nervous about the fact that I didn't get a tracking number. Warlock, do you get a tracking number from Unobstructed View normally? I'm sure I got one last time, but I didn't get one for the last titles that came out. Tracking numbers are imperative for companies nowadays, I think, especially when you're selling online, and especially right now. Got quiet all of a sudden. So, so have you contacted them? Steve is actually pretty good at getting back. One Cut the Dead is an excellent film. If you haven't checked it out, I really recommend it. What's my thoughts on Ribbled Tales of Canterbury? I actually like that. I like that film a lot. That has Apatia Lee. I do have like a preference to Apatia Lee. So they're let you know that ahead of time. But actually, I thought it was a fun film. Beware My Brethren. Oh, I missed out on that one, didn't I? Beyond the Door 3, Blood Games, Candy Snatchers, Evils of the Night, Malibu High, Nightmare Sisters, Nightmare Weekend, Night Train to Terror, Putney Swoop, and Psychic Killer. That is an awesome haul you've got coming, Mary. Beware My Brethren. I forgot about that one. That one sold out, didn't it? One Cut the Dead is fantastic. I think I'm almost sure I got track number the first time, but I haven't this time around. Beyond the Door 3, it was a great slipcover. If you're lucky enough to get the slipcovers Beyond the Door 3 and all those embossings, fantastic. If not, I'd still recommend picking it up. It is a good title. So when it comes back in stock, definitely worth checking out, especially if it comes back in stock during the sale. Ron, you're a Apatia Lee fan too? There's a lot. I mean, this has to be, from what I can tell, this has to be like this has to be one of those, you know, the biggest sale, like one of their most successful sales that they've had. It seems like that to me. It seems like an extremely successful sale. Oh, I don't mind waiting. That's the thing. I just like to, like, if I got like a tracking number, something like that, and something's like taking a while, that's okay because understandable in today's climate. But it's just good to know. Where my brothers is stock, but the slip is gone. Where my brothers? Did you get that one right? That was a cool one. That's one I do need to get. I think Rad did it. Well, they've been like gaining momentum over the last couple of years. Like they really have been. But Rad definitely put new eyes on Vinegar Syndrome. That maybe like people for people that like never looked at Vinegar Syndrome before or didn't look at these type of titles. It's been pretty amazing to see. And for all us older old hands at this who've been like following Vinegar Syndrome for the last 4 or 5 years, that's one of the things that I meant that I mentioned when I was talking to Sarah Midnight. Actually, he said that I was kind of following Vinegar Syndrome before it was kind of cool to go after Vinegar Syndrome stuff. I got slips on everything that was available. Want to go over to my Vinegar Syndrome area? Want to go over there? So that way, if you got a question about one of them, or there's a slip that you need to see, we can pull it out. I'm very curious about the future 4K titles, and with Vinegar Syndrome, you really can't tell because their two first 4K titles have been Taming the T-Rex, which I gotta get down the road. I really want that film. Such a cool movie. And then their second one is Hal Needham's Rad. How can you begin to even try to guess what Vinegar Syndrome's putting out on 4K? Both excellent 4K titles, by the way. My first Vinegar Syndrome movie was Night Train to Terror. I was in Ottawa, and I was at the Ottawa Comic Con. There wasn't a lot of like movie stuff actually being sold there, so we were driving around, just looking at some stores, and went to this record shop. And we went in there. They didn't have a lot of movies, and they told us of this other store that was like just a few blocks down. It was say you had to go in the door and you went upstairs. It's no longer there, unfortunately. And what they sold at that store was all genre titles, everything genre. And one of the very first things that I picked up, and I didn't know what Vinegar Syndrome was at the time, was Night Train to Terror. And I was so glad that I did because Greta, which is the other film on Night Train to Terror. So anybody that's got Night Train to Terror with the slip coming, you're in for a treat because there's an extra film on it, and the extra film is excellent. It is really good, and what makes it even better is that the short, kind of anthology version of Greta that's in Night Train to Terror is probably the most like not so good versions, like not so good segments of Night Train to Terror. But the actual full-length film, which explains everything, 100% better. I think it was called like the Death Wish Club too. Was another name for it. What's Tammy the T-Rex? It is cheesy, Denise, but it's cheesy in a good way. It has Denise Richards, one of her an early film for Denise Richards. The late Paul Walker is in Tammy the T-Rex. The guy from I'm forgetting his name right now, but the guy from Bernie, from Weekend at Bernie's. He's in Tammy the T-Rex. He's a mad scientist as well. Do I think Ice Cream Man and Psycho Cop Returns will be reprinted? Definitely. They'll definitely be reprinted. I think all their 4K stuff is, yeah, Kid from Children of the Corn, I forgot about that. All their 4K stuff is going to be new, is going to be stuff that's new to their, to them. I don't think they're going to be dipping, I don't think they're going to go the Blue Underground route just yet and put like some of their catalog titles in 4K. Not as far as I know anyway. I haven't heard anything of that. Rest in Pieces, Ken, comes out in October. That's one of their October releases. So that's going to be part of their Halloween package. So you're going to get the Jose Larraz slasher Rest in Pieces coming out in October. Evils of the Night. That is such a good one. Get that slip with the Millennium Falcon on it. It still blows my mind, the Millennium Falcon. Intrusion is I like Intrusion, but Intrusion is a roughie. So for those unaware of what a roughie is, it's an adult film, but it's an adult film with more of a darker tone or a darker stance. Know that going in, because not everybody is like really are into the roughy type of adult films. So if that is something that may bother you, or you may be a little bit sensitive towards that, then maybe don't go for Intrusion. But if that's the type that you like, if you like some of the Jamie Gillis, Winter Heat, like that type of stuff, then you're probably okay with it. It's a very low budget one. The first time I saw it was like a long time ago, and then I remember rewatching it when I had Exploitation.tv, which was Vinegar Syndrome's short-lived streaming service that they used to actually fund some of the restorations for titles that we have now. So yes, guys, Vinegar Syndrome did have a streaming service. No, Vinegar Syndrome is their own company. They started out, Alan, as a restoration place, and they basically came on with an Indiegogo campaign for the last films of Herschel Gordon Lewis, and they went from there. Rad or BMX Bandits? I like Rad, but they're both cool films. So, Melanie Fox, why you grabbed that? It's a cool film. You'll have fun with it. Trick or Treat. I say the soundtrack is probably what stopped me Trick or Treat from coming out at this point. Eventually, I say we'll see Trick or Treat come out. Just got to get around soundtrack issues for stuff like that. Definitely more exploitation. That's Nicole Kidman, right? BMX Bandits. What are my thoughts on June's Vinegar Syndrome titles? Actually, I think they're pretty cool. I wish I could afford to get them. All Dracula is there. And we got like the, was it Best Friends? The one? And do I think Vinegar Syndrome misplaces stock on purpose? Definitely not. If there's any company that's been seriously above board when it comes to stuff like that, then it's Vinegar Syndrome. Like, to the point where they'll take a hit, they'll take a cut themselves to stop like scalpers from grabbing a bunch of titles. So they're not ones to kind of inflate numbers. That's never been kind of their thing. And this is probably one of the reasons that I've stuck with the company and I've been so loyal with Vinegar Syndrome is because of that. Oh, I love Umbrella Entertainment. They do some amazing stuff, and trust me, Weldon, we're going to be doing Umbrella Entertainment videos down the road as well. I don't have a lot of their titles, that's the problem. And I do need to get more of their stuff. I'm a big fan of them. No, Umbrella does have, like, I was able to see Umbrella stuff at Bay Street Video, so I'm guessing they have some distribution in certain parts of North America. What did Hellraiser sell so? Well, I'm going to guess the big names are probably one of the things that sold it. That and the Glitch. The amazing Glitch. I think the Glitch had, like, it affected me. I had two titles, and that's all I could afford. Like, that was it. That's what I could afford. And I woke up, got ready to go to work, and I turned on my my computer to check to see where everything was at, and all the new stock, all the VSAs, they're all listed as like all sold out. Then my better half was like, if Hell Riders is still there, and it was, she said, go grab it now. So I went to grab it, and it said, site's down, there's been a glitch. So when the site came back up again, my better half was like, we can't really afford it. She said, if you want to keep eating the stuff that you're eating this week, next week as well, then you can get the VSA titles and you can pick up one other one. And that was Olivia. So that's what I did. And it was, and now I'm so broke, so very, very broke. But I'm caught up on the VSA, so it's going to be worth it. But the glitch did persuade me. So not quite sure what happened with the glitch, but I think it actually like moved some titles as well. Though I am going to take credit first for moving titles of Mascara, because I did talk about that one a lot, and I think that one moved well, and I'm glad about that. How do you know what titles are going into print? They're really good about letting you know. So if you read the description on there, they'll let you know if a title's coming back or not. Like a VSA Horror Cinema, the Video Syndrome Archive ones, they don't come back in print. They're not ones that are going to do that you're going to see again. So basically, if when those are gone, those are gone. Things like Disconnected went out of print. And if something's going to print that they didn't normally expect to go to print, like say they're saying, okay, we're not going to be printing anymore, pressing any more of these, or we lost the rights to this type of thing, they'll let you know ahead of time, and you're able to actually go in and grab it. That happened for Lust for Freedom, which was a title that they had the rights to, and it's kind of a cool like women in prison film, distributed by Troma, and originally, and they had the rights to it. They had a really cool copy of it, but that one went out of print. They let us know ahead of time. I actually, Stephanie Crawford, she let me know, and I was able to grab it on their one of their halfway to Black Friday sales. Fair Game is an amazing one. One I want, Ken, and I recommend you pick up if you don't have it from Umbrella, is Man from Hong Kong. Roberta Finley, man, she's amazing. Hey, Moments of Memories, welcome to the cult, man. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. Hopefully this is the first of many times that you're here. And welcome to the Getting Here Live. Fair Game is an excellent film, Weldon. Yeah, that's one that I really do love. People remember that film basically because there's a sequence in Grindhouse, in like one of the sections of Grindhouse that Quentin Tarantino kind of took from Fair Game, because if you've never seen the movie Fair Game, basically one of the things that's kind of famous for is there's a part where they take the girl, right, and they tie her to the front of their vehicle, and and then they just go full tilt across the Australian wilderness with her. That's the movie Fair Game. So if you've ever heard that, you've heard of that, and of course that was in what was the movie? Death Proof, right? Death Proof, part of a Grindhouse. So that's actually in Death Proof. So that's where it comes from, is the movie Fair Game. Welcome, Andy. And we got the shout. I don't have the Deer Hunter with UHD yet, actually. I don't think about 2 copies we can really feed scalpers. Like anything over 2 copies, definitely. And a lot of their stuff is 1 copy. There's very few that they're like, okay, there's 2 copies if it's a really limited edition. And they will notice if somebody's going in there with a bot or something like that and trying to buy like a lot of copies of their stuff. The stuff that feeds scalpers is when you can just get whatever you want. And a lot of companies do that. It's basically some companies, and it's it's just the way it is. It's business. It's commerce. But Vinegar Syndrome risks the fact that okay, there's 2 copies, but you can't have 3. It may not sell it. What's my opinion on Harley Davidson and Marlboro Man? I liked it when I saw it a long time ago, but I don't remember it very well. I remember it had Don Johnson, right, and Mickey Rourke. Man from Hong Kong, excellent one, and a lot of movies on that one. That's not just one movie. It's like 5 movies on Man from Hong Kong. Hey, Wilf, welcome back, man. I'm buy 2 copies of yeah. That's the thing. Some people buy group buy. I do like the fact that they don't let you group buy in buying 5 or 6 copies. Judge Dredd is fun. I'm a big Judge Dredd fan of the comic and stuff like that. 2000 AD. So I'm more of a Cara Urban fan. But for the cheesiness of it, I do like the original. I am the law. I would like to see another Judge Dredd film. Silver Bullet's art is way better on Umbrella. I like their art on Road Games as well, better too. That it's way better on Umbrella than Disney. You can't consume the covers. My favorite Beat Katana film? I don't know, actually. I really don't. That's a good question. I'll get back to you on that one. A comparison video is actually kind of a cool idea. I don't think anybody's done any comparison videos on Umbrella versus Scream, so you'd be a first there. I may do one too. Steal that idea from you. We'll both do one. We're doing it together. Patty Hearst is a cool one. It is a Paul Schrader film. I actually Love Paul Schrader stuff. I really still need to get on Blue Collar, which is a really good film, underrated film. Uh, I know that's always I found that confusing because Red Rose of Passion is like a limited edition film. It's a limited edition title. I'm pretty sure it is, but you never see it in the limited edition section of Vinegar Syndrome. Universal vs. Good Times. Did I miss that video? I gotta go back to see that one. Have I seen Red Rose of Passion? I don't remember it. But that's Joe Sarno, right? If it's Joe Sarno, I find Joe Sarno pretty solid. Have you ever seen any Joe Sarno films before? Like they're not going to be they're a different style of erotica, and I do enjoy them. I find that one thing you're gonna is solid. Is Sarno is really well, like the cinematography on Sarno films are really good, and I particularly like Sarno's films. Uh, really do enjoy his work. So if you like Sarno's work, definitely go for it. Yeah, part of the 4 films, Sexploitation Limited Collection. That's why I'm always surprised to see it not listed under the limited stuff. I think if it had been, it probably would be able to print by now. I'm glad it's not though because I haven't picked it up yet, and I do like Joe Sarno's work, and I do want to get that film. Savage Dawn, that's a cool one. Lance Henriksen, man. Deadline. A lot of people are buying Deadline right now because hey Al, because that's good. That one's almost down. That's getting down there. Night Owl. Night Owl. I don't have Night Owl. And Night Train and Terror. You're gonna have fun with Night Train and Terror. Don't forget to watch Greta, the extra film in Night Train and Terror. It's really good. Like I went in. I tried to. I'm not gonna lie. Like even though I couldn't afford it, I started talking to my better half, saying, there's like an add-on function. Deadline is getting down there pretty low. There's an add-on function. Just saying, that's a really good function that they got there, just in case you want to add something on. Uh, but yeah, it didn't work. But I tried it, so I had to do it. I had to try. This past Satan's Slave. How'd you find it? I am live, man. So far. Hey there, Hedge. Welcome, man. You have a really good Instagram. You're like really up in your Instagram stuff. Think about starting to collect the drive-in DVDs. Oh, they're fun. I mean, like the drive-in DVDs are really cool. I like the fact that they kind of like they line up together. Like I've only got a couple of them. And one of them I got is one of the adult ones because me. Uh, but they look really cool when you kind of line them up together. They got like the lines on the side. Yeah, Olivia is one of the ones that I knew I needed to have. I knew because I'd seen Prozzy, right? I don't own it, but I'd seen it, and of course it was cut down from Olivia. Olivia is the first time it's been uncut, so Vinegar Syndrome is putting this one out uncut for the first time. Star Time is different. I mean, I won't recommend Star Time for everybody, but I enjoyed Star Time a lot. I like Michael St. Gerard. I think he was a good Elvis, by the way. And I just do like it's an odd film, but I thought it was real. I thought it was a good film. It's a different film. It's a bit of experimental horror, but I really enjoyed it. And it creeps me out. The mask creeps me out a bit. Oh, thanks you. Well, I'm not the only person. Star Time is a creepy film. Watching Jack Carpenter, somebody's watching me. That's a good film. Somebody's watching. That's a really good film. I got like the DVD of that one. I don't have the Blu-ray of that one yet. I'm glad to know the Livy slipcover is nice because I did pick that one up. So picks up Vinegar Syndrome. Yes, show me some love. Let Vinegar Syndrome know. If you're on Twitter, let Vinegar Syndrome know. Like actually Jackman did that. I do talk about their stuff a lot. What titles coming up am I most excited for, Locke? Well, I really want Rest in Pieces. I'm a big Jose Larraz fan. I'm very excited about what their 3D title is. I think it's Silent Madness. I could be wrong, but I think everybody gets the Silent Madness at this point. And that's that I'm interested in. Definitely the Forgotten Jellies Volume 2. I'm super interested in that. I guess the Spanish box set is Spanish horror ones probably pushed back to next year. That's definitely something that I'm going to be super going to want as well. Show my Vinegar Syndrome shelf. I'll go over there in a second, Alan. Don't worry. So there's a few that are coming that I mentioned, but the box sets especially. Video where I try to bag my better half for more. She's been really, like, honestly, we could barely afford to do the initial two. So the fact that she let me go out and get 4 more when we couldn't do it, she's an amazing person. I'm a very lucky guy. She doesn't have to be buried in the backyard. She's got to spend all this time with me, guys. Let My Puppets. That's an interesting little film. It's a weird one. I'll eventually get it. I don't know if I need to slip to it though, but it's one that I eventually want to get. Slugs. I like Slugs. Slugs is a cool film. Oh, I would kill for Friday 13th Part 3D. I saw Friday 13th Part 3D in the theater, by the way. For those unaware, Friday 13th 3D, excellent 3D in the theater. Excellent 3D. Parasite was put out by Kino, actually. So it won't be Parasite. So that one's already out on 3D. I love to read the book, Slugs, actually. I never read the book. There's a sequel book. I actually would like to read both books then. Because I really like the movie Slugs. I think it's one of those like last little gems that people don't talk about enough. It was great. It was probably one of the, like, it was around when they put out a bunch of 3D films at that period of time. But that one really stood out. That was Jaws 3 in 3D. It was pretty good, actually. The shark looked kind of fakey when they do like the thing, like, but actually it's pretty good. There's actually my God, there was a long time ago before like the 3D stuff came out. Like Jaws 3D was on Blu-ray. It's like you can actually go buy Jaws 3 and the 3D edition is on there, the Anograph edition. I remember seeing an old Anograph, like somebody had converted it to 3D, and it was online. It was one of those like Mini Nova or something like that, back before you could actually even buy it. And it was like a really good, like surprising good edition of it. You didn't like Let My Puppets Come? I haven't seen that one. House of Wax on 3D in 1981. I don't remember 1980. I do remember House of Wax. So I remember the Vincent Price one. Are you in for a treat with Satan Slaves? Let me know what you think. Satan Slaves it's not my favorite Norman J. Warren film. I do like all of Norman J. Warren's stuff, like, I'll be honest with you. So I'm a bit biased. But his 2 top films are Prey and Bloody New Year, in my opinion, anyway. But Satan Slaves is probably, I think I like it a bit more than Terror, or just on that same level. So you'll have fun with it. I think, anyway. Weldon's not sure. Weldon's not sure you're going to like it. But it's worth watching. It's about trying to get yourself after watching it. You save money. No, Al Adamson's films have good songs and theme music. Yeah, people underrate Adamson. You shouldn't do that. A lot of people, like, I went on like some of the forum sites. We know the forum site I'm talking about, and they were like downing on the Adamson stuff because they didn't know the Adamson stuff. That was why. The release for the Kindred. That would be a neat title, actually. The Creature. Did anybody ever pick up Paperbacks from Hell? I got to get that, actually. That's one I really want to read. Favorite jazz one, Stefano Demira. The late. He was so good. He was in like the pilot for Daredevil that never made it into a TV series, but I think his character made it into Charlton Crumb Hawk though. Joseph Mascola was his actual real name. I'm a big soap guy, guys. Vinegar Syndrome. I would love to see Vinegar Syndrome do Fade to Black. Out of all the companies that could do it, I know that like we could see like a Scream version or another. Vinegar Syndrome seems like the company that would be best suited for Fade to Black. Great little Dennis Christopher film, highly underrated, slow burn thriller, really cool stuff. Tim Thomerson's in that one too, I think. Some people don't like Trip the Teacher, but I actually really like Trip the Teacher. I think it's a great little film. The guy only directed that film; he didn't direct again, and I think it's a shame because I would have liked to have seen him go farther because he learned a lot when making Trip with the Teacher. It stuck with me. Seeds Vapors is an Andy Milligan double feature. I don't know those as well, but Trip is one. There, Ryan. Ryan knows his stuff, man. Trip is one of those ones that I found really good. Weldon too, hey. So Trip is one that I do recommend. It's one that I don't have in my collection yet, but I've seen it many times before, and it's one that needs to be in my collection eventually because that is a cool one. Yeah, I got to get Paperbacks from Hell. I've heard some great stuff about that, and of course I grew up with those paperbacks with the cool covers and stuff. I don't want him to do new stuff though, Amir. I want him to stick within the '90s, like the '90s. Don't go any harder than the '90s. Maybe not even touch. No, let's not even touch 2000s. Just stick with the '90s and like the '70s, '80s, '90s, and some '60s stuff as well. Let's get some like earlier Grindos sleaze stuff from them. I love the fact. One thing I gotta say is Vinegar Syndrome has went out there and they've been like getting a lot of like more foreign releases like Secta Sinistra. Just some incredible films like The Corruption of Chris Miller, again another fantastic one. Which, hey there, Justin, which Ken will definitely tell you guys is an amazing film. And there's so much more coming out. There's the Forgotten Jolly set. There's a lot of like of like their these foreign releases, which I'm so excited about. Hey there. Lust of the Dead. What is Lust of the Dead? I don't know that one, I don't think. Best Friends. I don't know if I've seen it. I don't remember it. But it's one that looked interesting to me. Like you, I'm intrigued. Is Synapse still around? I mean, what's the last Synapse movie that came out? Was that a Django film? Was that it? Was that the last one that came out from Synapse? They're only like a small, like all these companies are small, but Synapse seems like they're really kind of sticklers with things. So they seem to they kind of take their time. Hot Dogs last one came out. Hangs Upon Nothing. I haven't got that one yet, actually. The rights owner to Fade to Black is in Syria. Oh, yikes! What's my opinion on Cannibal Man? I don't know because I don't know Cannibal Man. I don't think I know Cannibal Man. Have I listened to Henenlauter's commentaries? Yes, and they're amazing. Any commentary by Frank Henenlauter is worth listening to. They're incredible stuff. Always listen to a Henenlauter commentary because you're in for a treat. Henenlauter's a great talker. Yeah, and I've been listening to a lot of like Daughters of Darkness, like going back and listening to a lot of those recently because I'm a big fan, of Sam Deegan and Kat Ellinger, Heather Drain too, Rachel Nesbitt, amazing people for commentaries. I don't think Troy Howard does a podcast, but I think he's been on a couple. He does some good commentaries too. But yeah, Frank Henenlauter definitely 100% commentary wise. People are attacking me on Kind Master. I cannot believe it. I do. That's the ones I haven't listened to, the Ed Wood commentaries. The ones that are on the AGFAs, right? Yeah, AGFA titles too. I would like to, hopefully by the time the next sale comes around, the Black Friday sale, we're going to see some more discounted AGFA titles. Because they just recently got the AGFA line on, and they are discounted a bit, but they're not like 50% discounted yet. So it'd be interesting to see because there are so many AGFA titles that I do want to pick up too. Yeah, Synapse does put out good stuff. But like I said, Like a lot of these places are like only have a few people working with them. Oh yeah, Olive Films is still around as far as I know. They're still putting stuff out. Code Red. Oh, that's probably why I don't know. That's with Code Red. They don't have a lot of Code Red releases. I got like around 10 or 11. I think the new AGFA slip will sell out like McPherson tapes. I think McPherson tapes sold out really quickly because it's McPherson tapes. And it was the first slip that did. I think that this one's going to be a bit of a slower seller because of the type of film it is. It's one that I want. And like slipcover or not, I'll definitely be buying drug stories down the road. Because I do like those little films, like, you know. No, popcorn's been out for a while. I know, trust me, I got popcorn. I think somebody's do Scarab, 1983. Oh. There's a lot of really cool films out there. People think like half the films. There are so many like great films that have not like gotten like good releases, that have not gotten that have maybe not gotten past VHS, and some of them haven't even got to VHS. Oh no, I am so gonna miss out on Deadline. Yeah, oh, well, I'll get Deadline without the cover, I guess. That slipcover. I'll eventually get it. It's a cool one. Some exactly. There's movies that are completely lost. And Pinga, like just think, Abominable, which is a film done in the '90s, right? Done in the '90s. That one was almost lost, actually. Scary movies, one I like to get to. Spookies with slip. Spookies is such a cool one. I can never get rid of my Spookies. It's such a cool title. I can never get rid of any of my Vinegar Syndrome titles. So Suckers is which I don't know Suckers. I got to check out. I probably do know Suckers, but I don't remember it. But I definitely got to check it out. Vinegar Syndrome is successful because they offer something different. I think, yeah. Not just that they offer something different, as in like a film type, but in that out of all the companies that are out there, they're the ones that are pushing the envelope and they're innovating the most. Their subscription service, the VSA releases, the sales that they did and are doing better than any other company. And Severin is like definitely goes in that line of thing now. But Vinegar Syndrome was the guy that started all this stuff, and they just put out stuff that just speaks to my heart. It's definitely the truth matters. They put out stuff that definitely speaks to me. Vinegar Syndrome gets me. Oh, Lori Loughlin. Okay, cool. I love Lori Loughlin, actually. And she should not be put in jail. Murder's Ranch, Stark Raving Mad. I totally forgot about that film. How can you hate slipcovers? Try. You can send all your try. You can send all your slipcovers to me. You got the Hard Soap. Did Hard Soap sell out? Like I did, I knew it was down there, but I don't think Hard Soap sold out. You did it, unless it sold out where we've been on here. I love Murder One. Season one, you're talking about that actor, right? Season one is definitely the best season. Murder One, great show if you never checked it out. By the way, good show to binge watch while you're at home. Has Lamberta Babbage You'll Die at Midnight? Did Lamberta Babbage do You'll Die at Midnight? Actually, Amy, I don't know. Good question. I don't know. Does anybody here know if You Die at Midnight is a release? Welcome, by the way. Did I see the new Ronin titles? I did, actually, 3/15. PAL with Carradine, of course, and Body and Soul. Body and Soul is one that like speaks to me actually. Night Visitor too, definitely a cool release. Really Night Visitor. If out of all of them, Night Visitor. 315 I saw as a kid actually. I suppose watching with a slipcover. Yes, because you can't put it in the. That's what happens whenever I try to put a non-slipcover movie into my Blu-ray player. It just stops me right there. I got a lot of non-slipcover stuff. But there are so many stuff. 30 for the mini. Okay, guys, I gotta say, what do you think are in those freaking mini slips? What do you think the surprise is? What do you think? Anybody have any idea what the surprise of mini slips is going to be? Actually, I got a chocolate bar. It's a little. You think it's going to be a pin? I thought I'm going back and forth, Ryan, between like a pin or a magnet. We talked about this, didn't we? I didn't get any of the mini slips, unfortunately. But a pin or a magnet. I'm thinking maybe a magnet. But just by the look of it, by the look of the way it is, like some people are saying a pin, which would be fantastic. But it's one of the two. It's either a pin or a magnet. I don't think if it's a pin, I think it's going to be like just kind of like not like an enamel pin, but it's just like a smaller type pin like you get. Or if it's but I don't know, magnet. It's a pin. P-I-N. I like that, Pinga. Matches. Yeah, there you go. Just burn your slip covers with that you don't want, right? A coupon. Oh, that coupon would be cool. See, that's why I lean towards Magneto. Mini disc with a mini Blu-ray player, don't you wish, man? As long as it's not like a digital code. I don't want digital codes. Don't go there, Vinegar Syndrome. Don't go to the digital code area. I don't want that. I'm going to lean towards magnet. Albert Pia. Bloodhook. Oh, man, Bloodhook is one of those that everybody wants, isn't it? Severn pin. Well, Severn pins, they're done by a lot of them are by Pixel Elixir, and Pixel Elixir does really high quality pins. They're extremely well done. If you ever got a Severn pin, you definitely get your money's worth. Like I will say right now, you will get your money's worth with the Severn pins. They're really well done. I miss the Bloodhook slip too, man. Ryan, I understand. There's not an infinite number of mini slip covers, unfortunately. Looks like, not from what I can see anyway. I eventually, one of these days, will know what the L. Amson pin looks like. Right now, my L. Amson set and bundle is in Los Angeles, so it'll eventually get here. Exactly, yeah. The pin. I gotta get the Lena Romay pin. I got like I've got the pins that came out for the God, which ones do I have now? Edwidge Fenech, I think, and Sergio Martino are the ones I got. I got the tear. Like a tear was sent to me, so that was with the slip. So that was a really nice slip. I got to say, really like to look a lot of us like to look at Lena Romay. That's for sure. Pale Blood. I'm really glad. Surprisingly, it's a newer title, but I'm really glad I got the slipcover for Pale Blood. It was way better than I anticipated it to be. I did the show with Heathco, not so much the interview, just kind of a informal chat. We'll hope to do more down the road. It went well. It's going to be a while before he's got to do. Of course, he's got to edit, and he's editing a lot of videos because he puts out a lot of content. And definitely check out Certain Minutes channel, by the way, guys. If you're not subscribed to it, you should be, because we like a lot of the same type of stuff, and we got a lot of the same personality. I noticed that when I was doing when we were doing the video. Yeah, it was fun, and I'll definitely let you guys know when it comes up. Edwidge Fenech. Oh God, did you get the shirt when it came out? Like all the colors of the dark shirt, Amira? I had to get that. That's amazing. Does the coverage? I don't think no. Christmas Eve was done before they did the did like reverse artwork and for Vinegar Syndrome stuff. Like that's one of the early titles. Demon. Well, those lenticular slips like Demon Wind, for like Jack Frost, Strange Vice. I want the Strange Vice shirt too. I'm a Edwidge Fenech fan. Yeah, I'm like I'm a. I think she's like one of the. She's definitely the queen of the whole like giallo genre. Call it the cinema shirt. Coming in the future. We'll do that. But because I'm shooting this video later and I work tomorrow, at 70 minutes, guys, it's that time again. I am Aaron. This is my movie library. You guys are the cult of cinema and you guys rock. You guys are super awesome. I haven't seen that one actually again. And I did. Time flew by tonight. I got to say, 70 minutes went like in the blink of an eye. But for me right now, it is time for tea. If the Vinegar Syndrome sale is going on tomorrow, or if there are, I'm going to try to get a video done out another video done as soon as possible. Hopefully tomorrow. I work tomorrow, but either way, we'll try and get some done really soon. Stay safe, stay happy, buy some movies, and just have a great time. I'll talk to you later.